Hello and welcome to the Adam Val YouTube channel, where today we are filming this Kabuto mac and cheese with Sriracha chili. Now Sriracha chili sauce, which has been around, as Adam told me earlier, since '78, seems to be getting more and more popular. I think it's Sriracha and the other one was that Nduja, something like that. They both seem to be getting very popular as flavour additions to your normal run-of-the-mill food. Now, I've never ever heard of this Kabuto instant mac and cheese before, and now they've brought it out with Sriracha sauce. £1.50 in Sainsbury's, and I thought it was going to be like a pot noodle where you'd pour your boiling water in, mix it around, leave it for a few minutes, give it a mix, add your sauce, and off you go. No. What an absolute faff this is. You have to add cold water to it, and then you put it in the microwave for about a minute and a half. Up to the fill line you put the water, then you leave it. You have to stir it well. Then you leave it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And then you put it back in, you stir it again, then you put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then you stir it again and leave it for 2.5 minutes, and then you add the mac and cheese sauce and stir vigorously. Not just stir it well, you've got to stir it vigorously. They're telling you stir it vigorously. Now the other faux pas that they've put on the packet here, it says, step 4, open a cheese sauce sachet. Cheese sauce sachet, add to pot, stir vigorously. Cheese sauce in a sachet. Here is the sachet. Kabuto mac chili seasoning is powder. It's not sauce, it's powder. Why didn't it just say add the chili seasoning? It's annoyed me. I don't know why it's annoyed me, but it's annoyed me that it says add the cheese sauce. Now when I was making it, it looked rotten. I've done a couple of overhead shots of when the water was in and it was standing. There was all white bits floating around. I thought my taps aren't that bad. And then when I've put the sauce in, the seasoning in and mixed it around, and it all looked a bit orange and everything, it still looked a bit watery. Now that may well have been me. The fill line is on the outside, right? So the fill line is there. It's not on the inside. And as sight goes, I may have gone that much, half a centimetre maybe, over the fill line. But it's a bit, it's been standing here. I mean, it stood for 3 minutes and then 2.5 minutes, and then I stirred vigorously. I've been rambling for 3 minutes, and it's probably 2 minutes while I set the camera up. So it's been sitting here for 5 minutes, and the sauce seems to have evaporated compared to that overview I gave you. But it is a little bit watery, but like I said, that may be my fault. Now, how hot is this going to be? There's no chili guideline. Kabuto mac and cheese is prepared with skill, dedication and discipline. I mean, they're taking this dry food process rubbish seriously. And discipline to bring you delicious flavours using only quality ingredients. If pasta is worth eating, it's worth eating cheesy. I'm not making this up. It's on the packet. It's on the tub. I don't know why it's making me laugh. If pasta's worth eating, it's worth eating cheesy. What a load of old shit that is. And I've got a feeling that's what I'm going to be saying when I taste it. I've been waffling for 4 minutes now. I'm scared to taste it. I'm not a fan of these instant pot things, to be brutally honest. However, for this channel, we like to give you honest reviews of a variety of different and interesting products that we see on the supermarket shelves, or in this case, I saw it on Instagram. Now look at this. Some of the macaroni's got clumped together. Look, it's going to be crunchy, isn't it? Where it's not cooked enough, and it's going to be hot. I know it's Sriracha's. I'm not silly. I know what Sriracha is. I've had Nduja in a sandwich before. That was really tasty. I didn't review that, and I don't know why. Right, I'm going to try it. Oh, so it is all cooked. There's no crunch, as in it's not been had long enough to stir and stand and stir and stand. So it is all cooked. The flavour of that sauce is a bit hot. Second mouthful. It's a bit hot, like I said it would be. But there is a cheese flavour there. For me, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's the second Sriracha thing I think I've reviewed in a space of a week or two. And the other one was hot. This is hot. If you like hot food, I don't think this is going to be too hot. And in all fairness, this is the first time I've had one of these pots. I actually quite like it. I thought it was going to be rotten. The making process and the faff you have to go through, I thought it was really going to be bad. And I think a part of me wanted it to be bad so I could moan about it. However, I'm 3 bites in. It is lunchtime. It's 12:30 on the dot. And do you know what? Yeah, it's too hot for me. It's a bit too hot for me. But I'm going to finish that for my luncheon. It's a bit too pricey. Again, in my opinion, I think £1.50 is expensive. But the way the world is these days, everything's expensive. So a pot noodle's about £1, 80p a pound, depending where you get it. This is one step up from a pot noodle. I'm never going to buy it again. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing cartwheels. But for an instant process pot, and someone who's got zero heat tolerance, I can't stop eating it. Yeah, no, if you fancy a change, if you fancy a change from a normal mac and cheese, and you've never had this Kabuto before, their pasta is worth eating. It is worth eating cheesy as well. So fair play, Kabuto. That's not a bad effort whatsoever. It is hot, but it's not bad at all. For more videos where we choke on the heat of the Sriracha trendy sauce, don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know if I can finish it. Is it going to be too hot?